Welcome once again. It's good to be with you again.
All right, let's get straight into it. Charles Oborom is in Port Harcourt, River State, the INEC Collation Center. Good afternoon, Charles. What is the status report at this point?
Good afternoon, Ladi. And of course, yes, you are correct. I am in the Collation Center here in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, where the election collation is going on. Now, earlier today, at the beginning of the collation for today, there were 6 local governments to be collated. They started with Obiakpo local government, went on to Port Harcourt local government, and Degema local government. However, we had to go on recess, and then we returned by 2:30 p.m. where we took Akoku Toru local government and Asari Toru. Recall yesterday, Asari Toru was one of those local governments, was the local government where the election results, where there was a rerun, rather. It was suspended on Saturday, and the rerun held yesterday, and the results arrived today. So Asari Toru is the last local government that was called today. But interestingly, the last result is from Ahuda West. It is not yet here. Ahuda West had disruption in collation yesterday. The collation center was invaded, and collation was disrupted last night. As a result, the collation had to happen elsewhere, not in the INEC office, as I understand. But the state collation officer announced that those results are being put together, and they will come here later today. So, as a direct consequence, he had to announce another break. Collation has been suspended until 5 p.m. today. We are still here. Outside the premises, security has been tripled. Before now, one lane was blocked outside on Aba Road, but as of this moment, both lanes of the flyover have been blocked because they know that any moment from now, the announcement is going to be made. Now, the local governments that have been announced, the very first local government was Tai. We had Opobo, Nkoro, Gokana, Ogubolo, Eleme, Ikwere, Oyibo, Eche, Kana, Boni, Ahuda East, Omuma, Okrika, Andoni, Abua Udua, Emowa, Obaebe Mandoni, Obiakpo, Port Harcourt, Degema, Akoku Toru, and Asari Toru. So the only one that is remaining is Ahuda West. Ladi.
At this point, one would want to ask you, Charles, given what's holding back that final declaration? Because from everything you've said so far, all the local governments bar one are in. It's just to receive that last one.
Sorry, you said so far what? Say again, please.
I said all the local governments appear to be in bar one. There's only one that that has not been received. Can you hear me, Charles?
All the local governments, 22 local governments. Say again. I can hear you now. Yeah, say again.
22 local governments out of 23 have been received. Is that correct? Is that correct, Charles? 22.
Okay, out of the 23 local governments, 22 have been received.
Yes, that's what I was trying to confirm.
Out of the 22, the PDP is in an early lead. 22 out of the 22, so it's just one that is remaining. But the opposition candidates, the opposition coalition agents here have been very vociferous in their condemnation of the results so far. Now, the last result that was announced was the result for Asari Toru local government. Yesterday, the state coalition party agent of the All Progressives Congress was not in the hall, but he was here today. When that result was announced, he stood up and said he had a comment. The local government coalition officer claimed that 4 polling units did not have any result, that elections were cancelled. But the APC agent objected. He said there were 75 polling units where elections did not happen, and he said he had evidence to back that up. But the state coalition officer said, okay, fine, put it in writing, attach your evidence, and send to me. So the opposition parties have been very vociferous in their condemnation. They've demanded and called for a cancellation. In fact, at a time here, they actually told the local government, the state coalition officer, that he should take a look at what is happening with Enugu State, with Abia State, and with Kebbi State, and toe that path and stepped down some of the results that were coming here, but he overruled them and said he does not have any such powers to reject any result that had already come to his desk. So as it stands now, Ahuda West is being awaited. The 22 local governments have been called so far. The only party agent who is actually in support of what is happening is the PDP party agent. All the other party agents are in strong opposition to what has been declared so far. Ladi.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Charles. Do stay safe there because you mentioned the issue of security. But I'm happy to note that you also mentioned that the security has been further tightened in the INEC Collation Center ahead of this expected final announcement. Is that correct? All right, I think we lost Charles, but I guess in that kind of situation, the last point that he made in his previous answer was that security had been tightened around the INEC Collation Center, even as the waiting game continues for that last local government and then the final declaration of the results.